So for tonight, I hopped back on the Kurosawa bandwagon and watched one of his later noir, almost a neo-noir at this point, 1963's High and Low, which is a film loosely based on a novel called King's Ransom from 1959. And it's about a man played by Toshiro Mifune who is trying his best to take control from over the company that he works with. It's a shoe company. There's one faction of the shoe company that wants to sell cheap shoes and make lots of profit right away. And Mifune is like, "Yo, let's think long term. We need to make good shoes so people keep coming back to us, but we need to make stylish good shoes." And so he figures out a way to do a buyout by getting together some money, mortgaging everything that he owns. Unfortunately, then his son gets kidnapped. Except it turns out it's not his son, it's his chauffeur's son. This causes issues because then he has to use the money to ransom not his son and then maybe not have the business, and things go downhill from there. You can guess. So you follow sort of his moral dilemma about the money and his chauffeur's son. You follow sort of how shady business people and other people who know stuff about what he's trying to do, trying to leverage that with other people. You follow the detectives trying to find the kidnapper. There's drugs and like horrible bad heroin and all kinds of stuff all mixed in. It's pretty much everything you sort of want in a underworld. There we go, underworld crime syndicate sort of side. But it also shows how like the legit business world is just as shady as the like crime world. The ending was really great. I don't want to tell you what it was, but like the very last like 2 seconds are some of the best like punctuation mark on a film I've ever seen. Mifune is as good as ever. Like he is so amazing. I think I've seen 4 or 5 now of the films he made with Kurosawa, but I think he made like 16 films with Kurosawa, so you know, I'm getting there. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. This one's also available on Filmstruck or on DVD, I think from Criterion. This might be the last Japanese noir I'm watching. I have a couple more on my wish list. Or watch list. We'll see where we get. There's a couple of other '60s ones that I'm hoping to watch, and like one other Kurosawa. We'll see if we get there. But this movie is very long. It's almost 2.5 hours. But you really get sucked into the story the whole way, and you can't really. I mean, if you read the plot, it does not seem as interesting as the film actually turns out to be, and I think part of that is the strength of all the performances, not just Mifune, but Tetsuya Nakadai as the chief detective, and Kyoko Kawaga as Mifune's wife. Oh God, I'm bad at these names. Yu Takasada as the chauffeur. You know, when he's like the distraught father. It's really hard to watch. Basically, this is a good film. I'm yawning. Solid entertainment for your Noirvember. We have 10 days left, which this is the 20th, so we have wait, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Yeah, we have 10 movie watching days left in Noirvember, starting tomorrow. So make your last 10 films really count. We're 2/3 of the way through. I've seen some good films. If you want to tell me like your favorite films that you've discovered so far this year, please tweet at me. I always like hearing what people have watched. I also probably during Thanksgiving, so later next week, I will be rewatching Laura and LA Confidential because I rewatch Laura and LA Confidential every Noirvember. And I'll probably do some tweeting, so you can look forward to that. And have a happy last third of your Noirvember 2016.